We're having a look at our old wonderful jade plant. As you can tell, he's growing quite messily, and I just really want to give him a good prune. We did it at one point when I repotted him. I had to really chop off bits, but I didn't do it well enough because, as you can see, these chunks are just sort of really weighed down. And I think I could sort of cut off lots of these limbs and just allow it to grow up again. That'd be really nice. Just get a bit more structure. So I'm going to be cutting lots off. The thing with these jade plants is they can grow from the tiniest little bit you can get just from a single leaf. If you look over here, here's a leaf that snapped, and it's got a new little plant growing on it from the snappage. It's quite remarkable just how much they can grow from. But yeah, so all these little pieces I cut off, I will be rooting. And I can root them two ways. You can put them in some water and they'll sprout roots, or you can put them in a pot of soil and they will root. I've done that before, so I've got loads of these little plants everywhere. I've got one here, for instance, right here. That little guy. He's just a little bit that we cut off at one point. And I've got loads more elsewhere. I like to give them away as presents because they're such sweet little things. So I'll get pruning. So far I've chopped off all of this big pile here, and I think I like doing like little bits and then just standing back and just having a look at it. It's looking a lot better at the moment, I feel. It's not sort of leaning so much to one side. Still doing a bit, but you never want to like prune far too much and just completely shock the plant. So I'm going to leave it as it is for a bit and see how it goes, and I'll continue pruning it gradually and try to get it into the sort of shape I want. I really want a nice thick trunk and then more of a shorter top, but this plant might be beyond salvaging. I probably can't like change it too much because it is quite old, whereas I've got so many new ones I've started. I'll show you some of them. These guys are all little ones that I cut off from that mother plant originally, and I can really shape these into, for example, this one. I really like the look of it. It's got like a really nice thick trunk down here, and then it goes up, and I can sort of keep the top a bit shorter. I might even prune it again a bit and just get it to look exactly how I want it. But they are doing really well here, and they're all bits from the mother plant, so it's fun to have so many of them. I think this cutting here is particularly beautiful. Look how large it is. Like a really big one. So I'm going to shape it up a bit, pull off lots of the lower branches and just try to make it into a sort of tree shape because it's got that sort of nice V branching there. I like that a lot. Let me just get it sorted. So there it is. I've got it all pruned up, trimmed nicely. I'm going to get it straight into a pot of soil, I think. Just get settled in and start growing some roots. Just have to find a place to pot these guys up too, because every single leaf, as I've mentioned before, can become a whole new plant, a whole new tree. So I've got him here all potted up in some citrus potting mix, actually, a really well draining one. I always find that succulents have sort of the same requirements that citrus plants do as well. They don't like being watered unless they're really dry, and they like lots of sun as well. So he's here, he's got some support there because as he's got no roots, he just flops over if he's not supported. So hopefully he'll be happy. And I'm really pleased with how this guy looks. He looks much more balanced, I feel, not tipping to one side and flopping over.